I'd been watching these videos for ages and I'd been like, this girl is everything I want to be. I've never met anyone like that. She's so cool. Like, I want a friend like that. And then I remember turning up on the first day we were moving in and I was like, oh my God, who's that in the kitchen? I was like, Mum.
Hi, I'm Holly and welcome to Help I'm Going to Uni by Cardiff Met, where each episode I'll be talking with a real life uni student about their university experience. Today I'm joined by the lovely Liv, third year fashion design student and my best friend.
Hey, Miss Girl.
Hi, Miss Girl. So how are you today?
I'm good, I'm excited.
Amazing, good. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So before you came to uni, how are you feeling?
Really nervous. I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was like really, really scared about meeting people. Like that was my biggest concern. But definitely, like, I feel like the main reason I came to uni, it was like, obviously I wanted to do the course, but I really wanted to make friends. So like that was like a big worry.
Yeah, would you say like your biggest worry was making friends?
100%. Like it's just obviously, but then I think it made it easier because it was like, I know we're all in the same boat.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I was super nervous.
I feel like that's one thing, like before I came to uni, I didn't even think about, I was just so worried about my worries that I didn't think everyone's going to be feeling the same and you're all going to be in the same boat. Yeah. Which I do think is a reassuring feeling.
No, definitely, yeah.
So were you worried about moving away from home?
Well, I thought I'd be, because I've always been like, oh, I'm a home bird, and like I always want to stay at home. But I didn't even shed a tear. I got here and I was like,
you're like, bye, bye everyone.
I was like, bye Mum, bye Dad. Yeah, like I felt really I was nervous, but like the best kind of nerves.
Yeah, I remember because me and Liv were in the same flat. So we met first day as soon as we came to uni.
Yeah.
I remember you being like so like excitable. Like you wouldn't, if you didn't know you now, I wouldn't have known you were nervous. Yeah. Like you were so like, hi, I'm Liv, like where are you from? Like blah blah blah.
Definitely. Like I kind of went in with the mindset of being like, fake it till I make it. Like I was nervous, but I was like, do you know what? The people that are way more nervous than me. And I was like, if I just like be my like authentic self and just, be confident in what I'm talking about.
I think that's the key. Like fake it till you make it. You've just got to pretend to be confident.
Literally.
And then you'll make it
exactly.
back.
And I just thought like already before I started, I was like, look, I can't start off being fake. Like I know I say fake it till I make it, but like more like just the confidence. Yeah. But I was like, I'm just going to be my authentic self. If I'm nervous about things, I'm going to tell the people I'm with I'm nervous.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we were both like that. I feel like that's why we bonded and became friends so quickly. Yeah. Because we're both very confident, chatty, but very anxious girls.
Definitely.
So I feel like we just like clicked like that.
Because I feel like, obviously everyone's nervous and like kind of being on the same level as everyone else and being like, oh, I'm really nervous. Like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like that makes it better.
I also feel like in freshers you go into that mode of like almost robotic where you're like asking people like, where are you from? Where are you living? What course do you do? All things like that.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I feel like it's nerve-wracking, but it's very exciting.
It is nerve-wracking. And I feel like definitely like when we moved in, I think like the thing that I like sort of tap myself on the back for is like when I was like, oh, we were all in the kitchen. And I feel like when you first come in, like you're all in the kitchen, you're all like, oh my God, this is terrifying. Yeah. But then I realised that like somebody was in their room and I sort of was like, should we just go and knock on the door?
Yeah, like you were being brave girl.
And I was like, I'm a brave girl.
Yeah,
like,
you were being big brave girl.
But knocking on the door, like I was terrified myself.
The actual fear, yeah.
But all I thought was, oh, like imagine if that was me and like everyone else is in the kitchen and I was just sitting there like upset, like, you're moving away from home and
literally,
all that stuff. And I was like, I think that was the best thing we could have done. Because
I remember as well you going and knocking on like the flat opposite and stuff. Like you were really in your extroverted era.
I was. And I think that was the best thing to do. Like,
no, definitely.
We knocked on that door and like we've met like a friend for life, like I would say.
Literally.
And like maybe then she would have come out of her room and like we would have had that conversation. But I always think maybe the dynamic would have been a bit different.
Oh, definitely.
So like I definitely say to like people like coming to uni, I'm always like, just knock on everyone's doors. Like people find it hard to like talk to people, but just do it. Just do it because you might meet someone. Definitely.
I fully back that. I feel like you just need to throw yourself into it.
Yeah, 100%.
So other than like making friends and stuff, what would you say you're most nervous about? Like were you nervous about the course, nervous about
I was nervous about the course because I was like, I can't sew.
No, literally me. We literally came to uni, we were like, we can't sew.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like so many of us were in that boat. There were a few in our class that like were good. at like sewing, like they were like they'd done fashion at college or things like that, but
Exactly.
I was not sew.
I was nervous about the sewing part because I was like, I can't sew.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you know what? Like, that will be fine. Like, I'll get used to it. And I'm still not the best sewer, to be honest.
No, but
I'm getting better.
you've got the other skills that make up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I also, what else was I nervous about? Leaving my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And
But
like,
he's there every weekend.
I've been with him
Love him.
for 10 years. So like, we've been together since we were like 12, 13. And I've obviously like, I had like a bit of trouble with friends and things. Like he was the person like I fell back on.
He's like your rock.
He's like my rock.
Yeah,
and I'm very used to being with him like every day. So like he was like my hype man. So that was the best thing coming to uni and having someone being like, no, you've got this. They're going to love you. And like that was the best thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's so nice seeing yours and Ethan's relationship and like he's so supportive of you and hypes you up. I literally love it.
Exactly. But I also think that was hard for me because it's like, obviously when everyone comes to uni, they're like, oh no, what do I do about like my friends at home, my relationships at home?
Yeah.
But like, I think the best thing I did was like, I think the first like 2 weeks, I don't think he came up. We might have.
Yeah, he did because it was your birthday. But it was
I lied about that.
But it's your birthday. That doesn't count.
Yeah,
It's
it was my birthday very early on.
Yeah, it was. Literally within like the first week, it was your birthday.
Yeah,
so.
which I was also scared. I was like, I'm going to be alone for my birthday.
Oh my God.
But you know, it was literally
we baked
fine.
you a cake. We decorated the flat. I didn't bake the cake.
I literally was like, oh my God, like what is going on? Like,
yeah, because we were like plotting with Ethan to like get you out of the flat. I remember.
Yeah, but I feel like also like just having him there as well, be like, it's a good support network, but he's sort of integrated as part of my friendship group.
Yeah, he is. Definitely.
And I was like, I kind of wanted to make sure that like I had friends rather than they were me and my boyfriend's friends.
Yeah, because I would say like Ethan is like our friend now. Like I can like as much as he is your boyfriend, he's also a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
But like it's not like you two are like you're separate people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like definitely like if you've got like a relationship at home, like a lot of people are like, oh, I need to like split up with them, but I don't think that's true.
No.
As long as you've got like good
try.
communication and just talk with your like partner every day and things like that, you know, I feel like it's fine when you come to uni.
Definitely. I mean, I actually broke up with my boyfriend like a week into freshers.
Yeah, well, that's different.
We love Harry. Yeah, we love Harry. He's a good friend of mine, so you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so once you arrived and settled in, would you say things worked out? Things went good?
Oh, definitely. I feel so lucky. Like, not everyone has the same experience, but I feel like we were very fortunate and like the flat we got put in.
Very
like
lucky.
we were all very chatty and we all got along. Like it was, you know, the best time. Like I literally I've loved the whole uni experience.
But Halls I remember we were like crying when we moved out of Halls.
Oh my gosh.
We were literally in tears.
When we had to leave, we were literally in bits. And I was like, I'm literally going to see you in a few weeks.
I know, we were like not seeing each other for like 2 weeks. And we were like, oh my God, like how are we going to do this? It was so dramatic of us. We were really doing the most.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to move on to some quick fire questions now. Okay, so summer or winter?
Oh, obviously summer.
Yeah, she hates winter.
I do.
Early bird or night owl?
Neither, but night owl.
Night owl. She can't make up.
Yeah, I know. I am a 3 a.m. kind of girl.
Yeah. What's the one thing you wish you knew before starting uni?
Well, I did know this already, but bring a doorstop because that definitely helped. Keeping your door open, having like music playing, it creates conversation. Being like, "Oh, you going out tonight? What are you wearing?" You know, that's already starting a conversation. So get a doorstop.
Yeah, definitely. Do you believe aliens exist?
Well, I do, but I'm somewhere in between. Like, I'm not really sure. I don't really have any concrete evidence, but I definitely think there's something out there. There is.
She loves aliens.
There's something out there.
What's a skill you've always wanted to learn and why?
Ooh, okay. What is a skill I've always wanted to learn? I'd love to learn another language. That would be amazing, but I've got a memory like a fish, so that's not going to be very good. But, I'd love to do sign language. Love to learn sign language.
What's the most ridiculous fact you know?
Ridiculous fact? My animal facts. I'm really into my animal facts. What's a good one? Did you know that a whale's tongue weighs as much as a car?
I did know that because you've told me that before.
Well, some people might not know that. I thought it was quite interesting.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, either Nando's or Indian.
I thought you were going to say Indian.
Yeah.
What's your must-do in Freshers Week?
Ooh, must do. Go out.
Yeah.
Drink Barocca.
Barocca. It's the key to life, guys.
Yeah.
Drink your Barocca and your rehydration tablets.
Yeah, drink loads of water. Get some sleep and yeah, just prepare for like feeling rough that week.
Yeah, it's a rough week.
Yeah.
It's a good week though.
But it's the best week.
What's your best money saving tip?
Be tight. No, I'm joking.
Tight is the most generous yet the most tight person you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I'm a charity shop
She's
girl.
a pennies turns to pounds kind of girl.
Yeah, I am.
Would you rather have a pet dragon or be a dragon?
Ooh, have a pet dragon. Cute, isn't it? That reminds me of like the Shrek, like little dragon thing. So cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're cooking in accommodation. What's your go-to dish?
Ooh, does it have to be cooking? I'm more of a baking girl.
We all know it's curry.
Oh, yeah, probably a curry.
She does bake good though.
Yeah. Anything that I have in the fridge, veg-wise, and then just make a nice sauce on curry, yeah.
Could you survive 24 hours without your phone?
Oh, yeah.
She is
don't
the
even
most
know where it is.
chronically offline person you will ever meet. She doesn't know where her phone is. I'll be like, Liv, have you read the group chat for like the plans? Like, she's like, no, what's going on in the group chat? She'll reply 2 days later.
Yeah. I'm like, guys, they're like, should we go to the pub? And I'm like, 2 days later, yeah, okay.
You're like, yeah, I'm up for the pub tonight. And it's like, that wasn't today. Yeah.
But it's always good to have like friends who like sort of remind you when things are happening, because I'm terrible at stuff like that.
What's a fashion trend from your youth that makes you cringe or laugh today?
Oh, my leggings and headband combos. I used to match my leggings and my headbands, and it's not good.
I think that's amazing. I love that.
Oh, the space leggings era. But
space leggings was a heavy era.
It was. And the moustache t-shirts and, you know.
Okay, so that's our quick fires done.
No, I want more quick fires.
I know,
That's
they're fun, aren't they? I do enjoy them. They're very good. Okay, so tell me a bit about yourself, your background, where you're from. Obviously, I know this, but our viewers don't.
So I'm from Swansea. I'm in a place called Sketty, which everyone finds really funny because it sounds really weird. And what did I do? So obviously I did my A-levels and then I stayed in sixth form for a year. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And then I moved to college. College was tough time, to be honest. But I was alone for a while. That was hard. But then I had like these really lovely friends that I met, and they were from my secondary school, but I never really crossed paths with them that much. But they were like, oh, Liv, come and sit with us. And I was like, oh my God, like someone's taking me on. Yeah. And like then my college experience got better.
Yeah.
And then I think from then I was like, right, I wasn't really sure in uni, like the whole way through my whole like school years. I was like, I'm not gonna go to uni. Like, everyone's like, oh, do you need it?
Yeah, I know. I feel
and I didn't feel any pressure because my family were always like, oh, do what you want to do. Yeah. But then I was like, no, I actually just need to get away, live my own life, be independent.
So would you say that's why you decided to go to uni? You just wanted like to move away, have that independence, meet new people?
Yeah, definitely. But other things about me, when I get stressed, I clean, I bake.
It's amazing to live with, honestly, because whenever Liv's stressed, house is clean, baked goods on the side.
Yeah, I do love doing all those things. And shopping, I love shopping. Charity shops, car boot sales.
Yeah, if you catch us on a free day, we will be in the charity shop.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and why did you choose Cardiff Met?
Well, first of all, is location, realistically.
So like an hour away from where you're from.
Hour away. I was like, oh, I'm independent, but like if I want to go home, I can go home. But also like I really like the idea of being like you can work with other disciplines. Like I like that.
That is one good thing about our course. I'd say like all the like School of Art and Design courses, they like work interdisciplinary, which basically means we work a lot with each other. But that's really fun. I enjoy that.
And I feel like lots of people were like sort of promoting the course, and I watched some videos on YouTube.
What YouTube videos did you watch?
So I'm going to tell my little story now. Basically, before I came to uni, I was obviously like scared. I was like, I'd already joined the course and stuff. And, and there was this fashion design group chat. I had to go on my phone then to like figure it out.
Figure things out.
And then it's like, I saw like, oh, someone in the group chat has posted a video and like being like, follow my YouTube or something. So obviously I clicked on it, assuming that, nothing would come from that. Like, it might be a different course because it was kind of like a big group chat.
Yeah, and I remember there was like a School of Art and Design type group chat with lots of
So I was joining all of those. And my mom was like, join them all, like, just in case. Like,
I think that's a good tip, join group chats.
Exactly. But yeah, I saw this video, clicked on it, started watching it. And I remember I had like a therapist at the time and I'd been watching these videos for ages. And I'd been like, this girl is everything I want to be. She is. She's everything I want to be. She's so confident. I've never met anyone like that. She's so cool. Like, I want a friend like that. And I honestly, wholeheartedly said that to my therapist so many times. And I used to speak to my mum about it. And then I remember turning up on the first day we were moving in. And I was like, oh my God, who's that in the kitchen? I was like, Mum, that's the girl I've been watching on YouTube.
It's me, my biggest fan.
And I was
me and Liv were like soulmately destined to be best friends, like from the get-go.
Literally. And then I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't tell me for like
ages.
a good couple months. And then one day I remember you being
I sound like a stalker.
No, I love it. I literally.
And then I was like, actually, Holly, I was watching your videos.
Yeah, because I remember we were walking to Tide Shops and I was like, have you ever watched any of my YouTube before? And you were like, well, actually, I think I've watched like nearly all of them.
Yeah.
And I was like,
no, literally, I knew everything about your life.
Yeah.
But then, yeah,
it was like,
it was a weird story, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that story. Yeah. And what do you hope to do when you graduate? Any plans?
Okay, so my graduation plans, obviously, hopefully graduate.
Yeah, we will be graduating.
Yeah, and then I'm staying in Cardiff for another year. And I'm just going to get a full-time job, which I think is the best decision I could have made.
We're having like a post-degree gap year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the best decision I could have made because it kind of set me up for straight after uni, which I think is like a kind of weird time for everyone.
No,
because
definitely.
It's also like everyone's like, I need to get a big girl job. I need to go into industry, you know, and like that's not always the case. Like sometimes you just need a year out. Like it's very stressful third year. So I feel like having that year in place is already like a buffer, like for me to sort of figure out what I want to do. Then hopefully go traveling, maybe go London. You know, we've been discussing that.
Yeah, we've been in London this past week for Graduate Fashion Week, and all week we've been like, we need to move to London. So
yeah, exactly.
Getting you on board with that.
But no solid plans right now. No solid plans. Just going with the
our
flow.
year of rest and relaxation.
Exactly.
That is what we're referring to. We're gonna have jobs that we can go to and switch off when we come home.
I'm so excited.
Gonna teach Liv to like wine.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
Liv
wines.
doesn't like wine, so I'm gonna get her into wine.
Yeah,
we're gonna be mature.
Fun.
You know, big things happening.
Big things happening.
Yeah. Okay. What would you say are the best places to go in Cardiff? Either on campus uni things or like going out wise. Like
okay, I would say for a night out, I'd obviously say King's, Misfits, Pulse. I just feel like they're really nice vibes.
Yeah, they are.
What other places? The Bay's really nice. Like, I do like just sitting down the Bay, going to like, is it Cozy Club? Something like that.
Something like that down the Bay. We've been there before.
Going for a coffee. I really like just walking around Boot and Rose.
Oh, yeah.
That's
in the
really
sun.
nice. Just like getting a picnic blanket, laying out with all your friends, little speaker on.
The best days.
Yeah, it is. And like, usually when we lay out on the grass and things, we're like, should we go out later? Should we just go for a
being in the sun? Yeah, being in the park and in the sun, it's like
and everyone's in the park, like all the students and people playing football and like it's really
I feel like Cardiff has such nice atmosphere for students because it's just full of students.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I would say those places are in my head right now.
Nice. Would you say any tips about studying, doing uni work, any of that?
Okay.
Got any good tips for us?
Definitely have a work-life balance because sometimes I struggle with that.
I was going to say, you saying that, bit hypocritical.
But yeah, I think try and get a balance, be like, I'm going to let myself, go out with my friends today.
Yeah, you need to let yourself rest.
I'm going to go to the shops. I'm going to, all those things. I'm going to cook a nice meal today because otherwise you just get so overwhelmed with the stress. But
you
also
end up burning out.
Like, I know this is something maybe a little bit thing to say, but like, it's not that deep.
I feel like that's an important thing to remember because obviously your degree is important.
It is.
And like you want to do well. Yeah. But like when you let yourself think that like this is life or death, that's not healthy. Yeah. Like you need to try and like, do you know what we say women like, you know what, it never was
that serious.
It was never that serious. Like you gotta that's how we reality check each other.
Yeah. Because
it's like if one of us is
you're doing
stressing,
your best, that is your best. Like
exactly.
Isn't that the thing where it's like if your 100% today is 1%, you're still
giving 100%. Yeah.
And that's
I'm like, 100%.
100%. Yeah, I think definitely just have the work-life balance. But also maybe what else? Just if you're struggling, just speak to your lecturers and just be honest. Because the worst thing you can do is like me and just bury your head in the sand and be like, oh my God, they're going to be angry at me. I'm like they're not going to be angry
at you. We're adults,
like
they're never going to be angry.
Yeah, like definitely. Just speak to your lecturers if you're struggling. And what else?
be soft on yourself.
Be soft
I always
on
say
yourself.
that about everything in life, but you've got to be soft on yourself.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're not going to get anywhere if you're being hard on yourself and beating yourself up over things. Like, you need to be gentle with yourself.
And sometimes you just have a bad day.
Yeah.
And then
doesn't mean it's a bad week, doesn't mean it's a bad life.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes you just like, right, maybe I just need to switch off today and just call this a rest and relaxation day and have a bath and relax.
No, I agree. But I also agree, back to the lecturer's point, like, we have such amazing lecturers.
We do.
And like our tech dems. Shout out to Beth and Georgie.
Yeah, shout out to Beth and Georgie.
We love them with our whole entire hearts.
Yeah, we would be nowhere without them.
No.
Like,
they've carried our degrees
teacher.
on their backs.
They have. And I feel like having like a good rapport with your teachers, like, that's
definitely
what makes it the best.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so sad that I'm sad that
we have to leave them as well.
Yeah.
I
also feel like a lot of people come to uni and they don't really have that sort of close relationship with their teachers, but I feel like at Cardiff Met, we do.
We literally do. I feel like especially
truth.
doing like art and design courses, you have such a good relationship with your teachers because like you spend a lot of time, like especially in third year, we've been in the studio like all day, every day, every week for like since September. Like
exactly.
We're with our teachers all the time. I feel like it's really important to build like a good relationship with them.
It is definitely. I feel like it's a good way of like understanding of like what have they done in their careers and like how can I do that in mine.
I was speaking to Beth not long about like when she worked in industry and I was finding it so interesting. I'd love to hear what she got up to and like what she's doing.
100%. And I feel like they are always very complimentary as well. Like they're always like, oh my God, this is amazing. What about like, they try and like push you, but I feel like
in like a supportive
way.
They don't tear you down.
Yeah, which I think some unis, like, unfortunately they do, and they say like, oh, this is rubbish. Like, you know,
and they're like super harsh, and it's like,
and I'm a good cop kind of girl.
Yeah,
like,
she doesn't like bad cop.
I don't like bad cop, which I think some people are saying the same as me. Like,
I'd say like I sit somewhere between. Yeah, but you need.
I can take feedback as long as it's not in a harsh way.
Yeah, we're sensitive girls at the end of the day.
Yeah, we are
That's
sensitive.
Just who we are.
Yeah.
One more question to ask you. Have you worked part-time during uni? How would you say that could fit around your course?
Well, not really.
Well,
but
student ambassadoring.
I am student ambassadoring, and I really stress doing that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing to do.
Definitely.
And we've met so many people doing that as well.
Exactly. And also, I feel like it's boosted my confidence loads. I just have to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like, before I came to uni, I would never be able to take people on group tours around the campus.
Yeah.
Like,
no, neither.
How am I doing that? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it boosts your confidence. It's kind of like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it. Like, you know, there's always like the option of being like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Yeah, like no one's going to.
That's the thing I like about it as well. If, let's say, they're like, oh, can you do this tour? Let's say it's like one of your first shifts and you're new and you're like, oh, I'm anxious, I don't want to do that. They're just going to be like, oh, it's okay, we'll get someone else to do it. Like,
exactly.
They're not going to push you and make you uncomfortable.
No,
but
definitely.
It's also super flexible.
It is super flexible. And I like that, like, because obviously we've had third year and things. I was always like, oh, I'm probably going to get a job in third year. That was never happening. The Welsh student loan really sorted me out.
Yeah, it did. You lucky girl.
I'm very lucky.
English student finance done me dirty.
Yeah, definitely would say.
Student ambassadors.
We
sound like we're like sponsored.
Yeah.
# sponsored by Cardiff Met. But like Jen, it's a really good job.
# student ambassadors.
Yeah, student ambassadors for life.
Yeah.
Right, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up here.
No.
Thank you. I'm like, no, I can literally talk to you all day. As if we won't just spend the rest of the day talking to each other. We spend every minute of every day together.
We're chatterboxes.
We are. We don't stop talking. We have
definitely. We do.
But yeah, if we didn't come to Cardiff Met, we wouldn't have met each other.
Exactly. So, come Cardiff
Met, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Help, I'm Going to Uni by Cardiff Met. I'm Holly. Don't forget. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.